So we have to decide, do we live our own life, write our own book, or we want to live our life according to those words in heaven, so those words in heaven can become flesh. When we bring whatever we hear from the church, from our quiet time, from the Word of God, when we do our Bible study, if those words become flesh in us, we bring it into our office, we bring it to our community, we bring it back to our family, to our schools, to the army camps, to the industry, to the different spheres of society. Life, light, truth. It will go out from there. But if the church has no light, the world will be a very dark place. Finally, there was a time I was attended a event in the halfway house and just waiting for the guest of honor to come. I was just talking to God, and suddenly the father asked me, Jason, who tied the first ribbon on the tree? I said, how do I know? And that was when the father said to me, I tied my son on the tree. The first ribbon tied on the tree was Jesus himself. And the father was the one who nailed him, who tied Jesus onto the tree. We are able to forgive because we have received forgiveness from him. We are able to love because we have received love from him. We are accepted because we can accept others because he has first accepted us. My last slide. I've written a book. You can get it if you want from the usual Christian bookstores, even Amazon or Kindle. But at the back of my book, I wrote this verse. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Each time we ask God, not my will be done, but your will be done. God's will for us is written in some book in heaven. Jeremiah 29, when we say, God, I want to seek you with all my heart so that you can reveal your plans and your purpose to me. Those plans and purposes for me written in the book. All of us is having a book. So we have to decide, do we live our own life, write our own book, or we want to live our life according to those words in heaven, so those words in heaven can become flesh in me. If each of us got 9 chapters, each chapter 10 years of our life. I finished 6 chapters already. I'm just a bit older than Singapore. Some of you have at least 7 chapters to go. That's a lot. How do you intend to write those chapters? I know some of us may be thinking, I'm 80 years old already. How many of you are above 80 years old? Still got 1 more chapter. Or maybe half a chapter, maybe 1 paragraph. Do you want to write that paragraph yourself, or you want to live that paragraph according to those words in heaven? No, my dad, after he got lung cancer, 87 years old, he got only 2 months to live. In that 2 months, he continued to write according to those words in heaven. In fact, the oncologist said, Uncle, no more medicine to help you already. My dad said, no problem, I saw Jesus. He saw Jesus in a dream, in a vision. And then the oncologist let all the patients waited outside. Tell me, uncle, tell me. My dad shared with her, and she said, wow, I got a lot of patients. Want to see Jesus, want to, but don't have chance. But can you share your testimony with them? I'm going to invite them to a place, In the end, within 1-2 weeks, they organized it. 40, 50 people, many cancer patients and their family members. My dad shared his testimony. He could hardly stand. He was having lung cancer, could hardly breathe. But he shared. And then 2-3 hands raised during the altar call. At the age of 87, he was still evangelizing. And during the tea break, one pastor from Chinatown came and said, hey, Jason, can I invite your father to come to my church and share? Then I said, you ask my dad, he's there only, you ask him. Then the pastor asked, Uncle, can you come to my church and share? My dad said, if I'm alive, I will go. That's how my dad lived his life.